Hello, welcome to the channel. We just wanted to show you a bit about what goes on our farm. We farm here in southern Ontario, and we basically have three things that we do on this farm. We farm hogs and sheep, and we also do organic crops. All of it's on a fairly small scale, but we feel it's good to be diversified, and we basically are just our own family on the farm here. And I farm with my wife and my 4 kids, my oldest being 16 and my youngest being 8. So we try to get most of what we do on the farm done with us as a family, and we hope you guys will join us as we go about various activities on the farm, from fixing stuff and just the general activities that is done on a farm. So here we are, we're approaching our sheep barn, which is just a hoop structure. And this is where we house most of our sheep, at least during the winter. During, of course, summer and spring and fall, we tend to try to keep our sheep outdoors as much as we can. So if you look in here, we have, I guess, what appears to be quite a few sheep, but the vast majority of our flock is still outdoors. So what you see in here is where we've had a small lambing group of about 30 ewes, and we like to lamb indoors for the most part, mostly because of predation and that sort of thing, and we can just keep tighter control of how the lambing goes, basically. And what you see on the other side of this barn here is basically all our replacement ewe lambs. They have access to the outdoors as well as the indoors. They're free to come and go as they please. Okay, so I'm standing here in front of our pig barn. This barn holds about 1,800 hogs, and we basically raise pigs for another farmer. So we have a contract with another farmer to do all the work of raising them and of housing them and bringing them up to market weight. We do all the work associated with it, but of course we don't have any ownership here, so we don't have to pay for the feed, we don't have to pay for the medications and all those kind of inputs. So we're basically here just getting paid for our labor and the housing. And so we find that this has been a good way for us to do pig farming with all the ups and downs in the industry. And so that's what we do with this. Okay, so we're out here standing in front of some of our crops that we've planted and are actually getting closer to harvest with here. Behind me, you can probably see we've got a few grain bins. That's where we store our grain if we need to store them for any length or period of time. The field here behind me, maybe it's a little hard to see the corn on the edge here with the weeds being there, but we are organic farmers, and so we aren't able to spray our weeds as the majority of farmers are able to. So we have to rely on other methods which really aren't as effective as spraying. But being organic farmers, we don't use any herbicides or pesticides, and this is just the way it goes sometimes. So what we've got planted here to the right of it is some fall rye. So we're hoping to plant a bit of a cover crop in here and hopefully be able to manage weeds with that this coming spring. So okay, so here we are out on pasture. As I mentioned before, we try to do as much pasturing as we can through the spring, summer, and fall. And seeing as we're short on winter feed this year because of the dry summer, we're trying to keep that pasturing season as long as possible. So here we are on a wheat, stubble, underseeded with clover type of field here. And we got the majority of our flock here on this field, and we've just moved them from one place to the next here with temporary fencing, and that's more or less how our system works. And I'm sure if you continue watching our channel, you'll see more of how this actually happens from day to day.